What's that? The popular musical Wicked is in town?
That's right. Wicked is flying into Wharton Center starting today, and we're getting a behind-the-scenes look into the show from one of the perspectives of the witches.
That's right. Olivia Valli, who plays Elphaba, joins us now. Welcome into Studio 10. We're green, just like you.
Very excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Now, Olivia, you are part of the wonderful cast of Wicked, a story that's been told for 20 years on Broadway. But for those that aren't familiar to this prequel, per se, to The Wizard of Oz, tell us a little bit about the musical.
Well, this is a story about the witches of Oz, and it's based on the book Wicked. And it is, for me, a story that is about two women and what friendship means, what unconditional love means. It also talks about sacrifice. It talks about corruption. It talks about how we ourselves can defy gravity.
That's awesome, Olivia. Well, now I want to talk about how excited you are to play this iconic green role. And of course, you know her pretty well since you performed as the understudy for years. But tell us, what's it like to play Elphaba on this tour?
Wicked was my first job when I was 22. This tour was my first job.
Wow.
And it was to cover Elphaba from 2016 to 2019. And it's really a gift to come back. Like, oh, I could cry. Like, I just have been crying all week because it's not every day a show asks you to return. And especially because Wicked is such a long running show and such an incredible story. I mean, I've always wanted to play Elphaba since I was 16. And so I'm so honored to be a part of all of it again.
Well, we are so happy that you get to lead this cast. And Elphaba is a smart and passionate character that we see on stage, but kind of feels a little lost and longs to meet the wizard. So how do you relate to this role when you play her each night?
I've always been like the weird girl. And so like the girl that people didn't really understand, or the girl that like, in a very like superficial way, like the guys don't go for, or the girl that gets looked over or is told to be less and told to not be as loud or as passionate or as smart, like dull yourself down in order to fit in Act 2, her strength. And the way she's found herself. And that's who I am now, like the strength and not apologizing for who I am and embracing everything that I am that makes me me.
Wow. Now, Olivia, I want to move on to the incredible music of Wicked.
Yes.
Of course, Defying Gravity is one of those show-stopping numbers in the musical where, spoiler alert, you do get a chance to fly on stage. But now I know you can't give away all the magic, but tell us, how do you prepare for this number every night? Is it scary? What's it like?
Oh, it's a lot of like not getting intimidated by the fact you're about to fly. Like truly, that I feel for me when I was younger was like my biggest, like, I'm about to fly. What do I need to do? And now it's, I know I have to do it. How do I approach this intelligently? And how do I approach this in a way that is sustainable 8 times a week? And so it's a lot of just remembering that this is a story and that the spectacle is already there, and adding that story right to it is what makes it special.
I can't even imagine, and we look forward to seeing you fly on stage soon. But what message do you hope that the mid-Michigan audience flies out with when they see the show?
I hope that people understand that the power of love, as corny as that can sound, is not. It is truly the most beautiful and special thing we could have. Love changes us. Love transforms us. Love helps us be better people. The power of two women is a really special and beautiful and powerful and very like connected feeling. So I really hope that that is something that is also translated.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And of course, break a leg in Wicked.
Break a leg, Olivia. Thank you. And you can see Wicked now until May 28th at Wharton Center. Be sure to purchase your tickets by heading on over to whartoncenter.com.